I played 100 Days of Stardew Valley, and here's how it went. Hello everyone, welcome back to the little cafe. I hope you are all doing so amazing today. It has been exactly 1 year since I posted my very first video, a 100 Days in Stardew Valley video. I thought it would be fun to celebrate my 1 year anniversary here on YouTube by doing it all over again. So here we go, back into the 100 Days of Stardew Valley. But listen, although we are 1 year older than we were last time we played 100 Days in Stardew Valley, I would still consider myself a exceptionally amazing beginner at the game. So I went ahead and gave myself 5 goals. Number 1, complete the community center because I was not able to do this last year. Number 2, have a pretty cute farm. Number 3, have 5 hearts with 5 people. Number 4, 2 of every animal. And number 5, visible progress on my farm. Will I be able to do all of these goals? I'm not sure. But with that out of the way, here is my whole 100 days in Stardew Valley. Here we are again, 1 year later, creating a brand new Stardew Valley save. I think I'm gonna make her the same as normal. Yes, I just love the poofy hair. I then picked my most favorite thing, which is a hint onto who we're romancing. Then I struggled to pick a dog, and then I ended up choosing the dog that most resembles my dog Tombo. I'm gonna go with the standard farm. Let's go. Oh, Grandpa. As always, deathbed. Dang, I look exhausted. My goodness. I am in dire need of change. How did you know, Grandpa? Let's go. Oh, goodness. Then, after a short introduction with Robin, she introduced me to my farm, which, as always, is a mess. Here I am. Alright, let's get straight into day 1. The main thing I have to say is, if you thought I was bad last year, I'm no better this year, okay? So don't get mad at me. I would still consider myself a beginner because I honestly haven't played much since that last 100 days a year ago, because obviously my career became pretty one game specific. But I thought it would be pretty fun to do a yearly tradition. I then took to planting our first prized possession of parsnips and wasting half of my energy in doing so, and then headed towards the town. Hello, Pierre. I don't like you, but I like you more than Joja. Yeah, let's just go bankrupt. Plus 2 potato seeds. I have to. I love the potato seeds. Okay, let's go meet these girls before they hide away for who knows how long. Oh, Caroline, we're gonna be best friends. And I'm gonna get your tea saplings, that's for sure. Marnie, not at work, as always. I would expect nothing less. After meeting a few more of the townsfolk, I wandered around to find some forageables. This, to me, looks like money, so I'm taking that. I explored the forest a bit longer before deciding to head back to the farm. Pretty much after the 100 days, I don't revisit these worlds. Maybe if you want me to do 200 days though. Back home, I planted the rest of the seeds I bought, and then I headed back into town to find one specific person, Harvey. Yes, we're gonna give him coffee until he falls in love with me. Once I met him, I quickly said hi, and then left him. Simple, right? I sold what little I had to get a couple dollars in the bank account and then headed off to bed early because I had no energy. I'm broke. Day 2, baby! Okay, let's get a few things out of the way. No days are going to be as long as day 1. I'm going to do all of my morning quote-unquote dailies, like watering my plants, someday taking care of all of my animals, and you're just going to assume I did them, okay? Okay, second thing. I didn't click year 1 completion. I'm telling you this now, and we'll revisit this when I realize this in game. Currently, I'm living in blissful ignorance. Yeah. Anyways, back to day 2. This is the most exciting day, second to day 5, because we get to go fishing, which I will spend the majority of my day doing after I gift Caroline, because we are on the hunt for the tea sapling. Once I was finished, I went to go see Willie to get my first ever fishing rod. Yes. You know me, I love a bubble spot. Let's do this. Can't reach it. Okay. After waiting, I finally hooked my first fish. And of course, that day 1 fishing, your green bar is about as small as a little sliver on your finger. So it was a hassle, but without a doubt, I did catch that little booger. Wow, there's nothing I hate more than that teeny little fishing bar. Then I spent literally the rest of day 2 fishing, and I am going to sell every single one of these fish because I do need to get money back, as I only have $72 to my name, but I did spend the rest of the day fishing. Overnight, however, we did level up in foraging and we leveled up in fishing, and we actually made a bit of money today. Now, I like to say day 3 is third place to day 5 and day 2 because it is the spring rain day, which means all you have to do is go fishing. I'm living in this moment not realizing it's Wednesday, and I do try to gift Caroline another freaking flower, but all I get to do is go fishing, and fishing is what I did, baby. Today, however, I did decide to do some lake fishing to get myself some different little fishies, and I even caught myself a purple starfish, which is gonna give me a good amount of money. On day 4, after doing my dailies, I go and meet the granny and grandpa of Pelican Town, giving George his favorite thing in the world because I will gussy up to him because I adore him, obviously. I then headed over to Pierre's to finish a bulletin task, which was super easy, and I got a little dollars for my work, which was great. And then of course I had to gift Caroline because, I mean, what the heck. Okay, let me just say something. If anybody's gonna come here and tell me tea seeds are not as great as they used to be, blah, 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 I don't care. Okay, this is easy money for me, and I need all the help I can get, so I'm gonna do it, okay? Okay, problem solved. Anyway, of course I did some fishing, and not 1, not 2, but 3 different locations. In my last 100 days, somebody commented, I think she likes fishing. Well, no duh, Skibbity. It gets me early game money, and your girl wants to be rich. Jojo run incoming? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Unless... Okay, day 5, people alert. We started with Marnie giving me a dog. If you say no to this, you have no heart. I, of course, named this dog Tombo, and we have a companion here on the farm. Let's go. And I wasted no time. Let's get into the mines and hopefully have some good luck. It is a neutral day, so I don't know. Why did I just try that? Okay. It was a neutral luck day, but I didn't care. Nothing was stopping me from pursuing these mines on my day 5. But listen, I spared no expenses, so much so I did forget to go to the community center until tomorrow. Just ignore that, okay? Don't come for me. Do not worry. I'm the type of person who breaks practically everything in sight. Copper, everything. Anything and everything. I was getting pretty lucky with the ladders. I made it down to floor 11. I ate these cookies I found in Evelyn's trash can, and we left on floor 11 around 8 o'clock because I had no energy. No cave carrots in sight, nothing. I had nothing. So this wasn't my best work for my first ever mining trip, but this was our haul. We got a new sword, we got some geodes, not bad, okay? It was kind of bad. Day 6, Clint was on my doorstep. That's kind of something you never want to see, so you best believe I kind of skipped that. He did give me the recipe for a furnace, so that's really helpful. But anyways, I did skip that cutscene. In better news, it was our first huge parsnip harvest, which is amazing. We get to sell all of those and make lots of profit, and we leveled up in farming. After I harvested all of those, I went ahead and watered all of these spots just so I wouldn't have to do it later when I bought fresh seeds. Yes, I lost a ton of energy, but I'd have to do it now or later. And I, of course, pet Tombo and gave him water as well. Something I will be doing every day in my dailies. And finally, I got that community center cutscene. You're welcome. Believe it or not, after that, I went fishing for a little bit, went to Clint to open up my geodes, and made some of my first donations to the museum. Day 7 begins with me checking our first ever traveling cart lady because I'm still thinking I'm guaranteed a red cabbage. So I'm thinking, sure, why not check? Because I have so much money to blow. Of course, at this point, there's nothing I really needed, so I immediately left. I made a quick detour to go get high with the wizard, and magically, I can understand the Junimos now. With this newfound knowledge, I took myself over to the community center and completed my first bundle, the Spring Forage Bundle. Yippee! Day 8, fishing was a thing of the past, and it was me and my green onions against the world, and I decided to face the mines, of course, until about 4 p.m. on floor 16 when I decided to leave. But don't worry, we're not there yet. I realized my mines were a bit lacking because usually I'm the one who yearns for the mines.
I yearned for the mines.
And my goal was actually, of course, to complete the mines earlier on than where it seemed I was heading. And I had a quest to get some green slimes, so that is why I headed down into the mines. But I literally found no green slimes, which is why I ended up leaving. And I didn't complete my dailies early in the morning, so I actually had to save some energy so I could go home and complete them in the evening. Day 9. Guess what, people? The allegations are true. She does like fishing because I literally spent the whole day fishing. All day. I did level up though. I have got some ideas to sleep on. Anyways, this is all I did today. Just fishing. So, yeah. Day 10, people, and believe it or not, we're starting out fishing, mostly because I'm waiting for Vincent's door to open, because it's his birthday, which reminds me, we did give Lewis a birthday present on his birthday. It just wasn't written down in my notes, so I forgot to tell you, but we did. I am vowing to not miss any birthdays, but I know I missed a couple, but I will tell you when I do. But I tried so freaking hard to not miss any birthdays because of my goal. Sorry, not to get aggressive, just very passionate. Anyways, we opened some geodes with Clint, and then I got a couple new things to donate at the museum. So the initial 10 days is over. Yay, we made it. I just wanted to pop in here and say the days are going to be a little bit shorter from here on out. Now that we've gotten to know each other, now that you've seen the details of what my days look like here in Stardew Valley, I want to make sure we get through the 100 days without me taking up 5 hours of your day. So I'm going to start cutting out the times where I'm just running around the valley or breaking every stone in the mines or fishing every single fish in the ocean, because we all know I like to fish. But I'm going to show you everything I took down in my notes that's super important that you need to see, or that's key to my goals for this 100 days. I also wanted to do a quick little comparison to where I was at in this 100 days last year. So on day 10 last year, I had about $95 to my name, but I did have that tea sapling. I had no hearts with anybody except Caroline. I had nobody I was going to romance. I don't even think I knew you could do that. And I was going nowhere near any of my goals. My farm had not been cleared out at all, and I had almost no bonus seeds. So I know there's not much you can compare because it's tomatoes, potatoes on day 10. You can't get too far, but I think so far we're off to a very good start on our second year of doing our 100 days. Anyways, I just wanted to pop in, and I hope you guys continue enjoying this 100 days. Day 11 was mining, but I had no energy. Luckily, I got to floor 25 until I just left. I went to the bar to finally buy our first coffee for Harvey and myself some salad. Day 12 was demo day, baby. Some trees came down. We had our first kale and tulip harvest. I donated a couple things to the museum, and I gave Linus a gift, and he thinks I'm taking down his tent. Linus, I love you. And finally, day 13, strawberry day. Egg festival. Yay! I bought some strawberries. Looking back, I totally could have bought way more, but that's besides the fact. I went around and was kind and talked to everybody except Abigail, because today Abigail's going down. That's literally why I woke up this morning, to win the egg hunt, which I always do, but I'm here for the straw hat essentially. Every year I get nervous that I'm not going to win, but every year the mayor says the same thing. Congratulations to me. Here's your hat. Okay, but let's have some real talk. This year, I was kind of off my game, as you just saw. I doubled back. I didn't go my usual route. I don't know why. I doubled back again, which I told you I was really nervous. I wasn't gonna win. I don't know why I was acting up like this. Like, I feel like I got cold feet. I got nervous. Then there's like Abigail just walking around. Like, what's going on with me? I don't know. I don't know what was happening. It's okay. All is calm. So it was in this moment. And I was like, it's gonna be me, right? You're gonna say me, right? Of course it's me. Okay, of course. I don't know why I doubted myself. Of course it's me. It's always me. It's always me. I don't think I've ever lost. So anyways, I got my straw hat. We're fine. We can be happy. And that was the Egg Fest of 2026. Everybody, let's wrap it up. Of course, once home, I had to do what everybody does after the Egg Fest and plant all of the strawberry seeds I acquired at the Egg Fest and put on my straw hat. Day 14 was a good one. We got Robin's axe, refilled our parsnip seeds, finally gifted Harvey his first coffee, and we ran away because we're shy. Gifted the queen herself a birthday gift, then ended the day working on clearing the farm again and working on smelting up our copper and organizing some chests, which are a mess. Day 15, people. I, of course, am not making you sit through this, but I just wanted to remind you what I do every morning. We need some sprinklers. Usually in Stardew Valley, I jump straight to an iridium rod, but since I'm kind of on the money struggle, I got a fiberglass rod, hoping it'll help me catch some more expensive fish to sell. Of course, this also gives me the ability to use bait and bobbers, which will be so helpful for my bundles. I think you'll find the early game low energy and quickly depleting health is actually getting to me more than it normally does, and I don't know why. The mines actually take me so long to get through in this playthrough, but we actually made it through the dark mines in one day. Thank goodness, because there's nothing more I hate than those little cobbly goblin things that crawl out of the ground and eat you alive. I hate them. Honestly though, I hate the fact that we get a slingshot on level 40 in the mines. Does anybody keep those? Because I don't. I always bring all my geodes to Clint and he just profits off my disappointment. Thank you for giving me nothing. You have nothing on my curio man from Webkins.
Welcome to the curio shop. Hope you find what you're looking for.
If you know, you know. Anyways, took my few findings to the museum. If you can't tell, I'm going for a very chaotic look here. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm grabbing a coffee for Harvey and taking said coffee to Harvey. And as always, I'm running away. It's just tradition. Late, but didn't forget. Everybody, spring 17. Go get your rainbow gold and the hat. Listen, I know at this point you hate watching me fish, but I do have to say, I know I didn't do this last year. So, Taking advantage of the rainy day, I went straight down into the mines, hoping to get to level 50. I didn't make it to level 50. I didn't check the luck today because sometimes ignorance really is bliss, like the red cabbages. I just wasn't getting really lucky with the staircases or anything for that matter. Didn't get very many geodes. All I was really getting was iron and stone. It's also Pam's birthday today, so I didn't really want to spend a ton of time down here, and with my energy dwindling and not finding anything and wanting to catch Pam at the bar so I could gift her some beer, it just wasn't in the cards for me. So I ended off the night by going over to see Gus, grab a beer, and give it to Pam and wish her happy birthday, of course. I just have to say, it is so funny seeing me harvest all of these forageables, knowing I could have the tea seeds if I walked into Pierre's. That's the only thing holding me back from getting them in the mail. I just haven't gone into Pierre's. It's so simple. Today, on day 20, I bought a coop. I don't know if I have ever been able to buy anything this early, but I bought a coop and I am so proud of us, you guys. I am so excited to have this much of a head start on my animals. I made a couple more donations to the museum. Now, listen guys, I told you I would tell you if this happened. Now, this is one of the cases where it happened. I forgot Shane's birthday. I forgot it. Yes, I completely forgot it. And I'm sorry. And Shane, I am very, very sorry. Moving on from that though, today is a great day because we get to harvest all 40 of these strawberries I bought. I took a break to water these darn cauliflowers and it ruined the moment. But anyway, yay for strawberries. We can sell all of these and have so much money. Yippee! You know, people really like showing up on my doorstep. But that's okay. I'm very, very excited for this one. We're choosing fruit bats. Obvious choice if you choose mushrooms. That's weird, but that's okay. Whatever. Guys, today was about the day where I think I started to realize, did I pick year 1 completion or did I not? I think it started to click in my head about here where I'm pretty sure this whole thing could fail. But I'm 20 days in and I will never back down, never what? And the day has finally come. I have realized I have the cutscene right here in front of me. I did skip it though because I wanted that tea leaf and I am out of there. Today I picked up my copper pickaxe from Clint. Let's go. And I really don't want to cut out everything. I don't want you guys to lose cutscenes or storyline things because I have cut out a few for the sake of time. But today, look at this. I do a lot of running around, grabbing forageables because spring is almost over. So I want to make sure I get the last bit of everything before the season ends. Day 23 is a good day because we get to go get our first batch of chickens. I'm going to get 2, a white one and a brown one. Oh, I'm too early, so we shall sit here and wait. Yep. I'm just gonna wait. 10 more minutes. Yeah! So anyways, I got all my gold star parsnips this morning and I'm gonna go put those in the bundle at the community center so I don't actually sell them by accident. So I don't actually sell them by accident? So I don't accidentally sell them. Yeah, that's what I meant, obviously. This whole Marnie thing, really off-putting. So I'm just gonna go into the mines and see where the day takes us. Not very prepared. This was not at all the plan, but here we are. Level 49 was actually an infested floor, which I was very happy to see because this is a guaranteed staircase down once you defeat everything on the infested floor. Okay, shut up. My sword sucks and I'm really bad at this game, guys. Any tips down below? Instead of being mean to me, tell me how to be better. So I didn't know off of the footage, but my notes told me I had to reset the day because I missed the flower dance because I was fishing all day. So anyways, I bought the rare crow, of course, and I bought a couple seasonal decor because I love it. And then I sat alone watching everybody dance. Maybe next year, guys. We got him next year. Yeah. Another good thing, however, is we had another strawberry harvest on the 25th of spring. Things can't get better for us. I mean, we're just watching the gold pile in and pile in because of our strawberry empire at this point. And I waited and I waited and I waited and I vowed to quit the game if she was gone. And I waited. Oh, thank goodness. So I got 2 chickens. I was going to get a white chicken and a brown chicken. Mocha for the brown chicken. We are naming our animals after cafe things, of course. And it took me forever to get a white chicken. I had to rebuy a chicken a million times to finally get the white one. Once Marnie finally decided to cooperate, we went with vanilla latte for our little white chickadee. I then went and dropped off my axe to get the copper upgrade. What's funny is I'm wanting to upgrade my tools to get the trash book on Trash Alley. Yeah, it's because I'm checking the trash cans every day and I want to start getting something good. That's my life. I went back into the mines trying once again to get to level 50, and after finally making it, we got some tundra boots. I mean, not the best thing, but I did put them on. I tried to get to level 55 tonight because you guys, I feel like to be almost finished with spring, I'm flopping the mines hard this year, guys. Usually, I'm diving deep in these mines. I'm going down because again, I yearn for the caves. I really, really do. Anyways, I chickened out right before 55 and I left at 54. Okay. I just want to let you know I am still checking the traveling cart lady because I obviously need the red cabbage, and if I get it from her, it is pure luck. The notes today, however, are funny. Running around foraging is about 90% of our day, so I will spare you and give you this snippet. Hi, foraging Jossie. Okay, bye. So, I am at the point in this playthrough where I am desperate for clay. It pains me that on day 1 and 2, I sold like 8 pieces because I could use that. I could use the helping hand currently. So, I was, beachcombing. Yep, I used as much energy as I felt safe to get as much clay as I could. I got like 3 pieces. That's really nice. But I ended off the day by completing the blacksmith bundle and getting myself a furnace. I mean, lucky me. This morning I stopped by Clint's to pick up my axe, and as I was leaving, you will never guess who I ran into. Harvey! Oh my goodness. We just love Harvey here. I mean, I try to talk to him as much as I can, and he just, We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. But seeing our coffee king himself reminded me we actually had some coffees beginning to pile up, so I should go give him some. Right? La 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 la. Oh my goodness. I do read your mind. I just know you love coffee. I love coffee. We're meant to be. Anyways. Next, I made my way into the Adventurers Guild, and listen, you may shun me for this. I shun myself for this because I know at some point I get a good sword. But I need one now. So I sold my current Dookie sword and bought myself a good sword because I need to just get somewhere in the mines. So I bought myself a sword that is going to help me progress, and that's that, okay? And I literally get one in like 5 floors. That's not the point. I need to protect myself, okay? It's brutal out here. So of course I had to go try it out. Man, you babies got nothing on me now. I was flying through these monsters. This was the best decision I've ever made, to be honest. Not only that, but with the help of my fancy schmancy new sword, I made it through the scary spiral floor all the way to floor 60. Yeah. I got a new sword, but it's not nearly as good as mine. I'm gonna go sell it, okay? Okay. Here's the deal. If you want to know what I did for the last day of spring, it wasn't much. It's kind of embarrassing, but take a wild guess. Harvey! Oh, goodness, I love him. Like, I'm not even kidding. That was it. That was literally it. I was running around my farm all day. Quick end of spring skill check. Now let's get into summer, baby. Summertime, baby. Well, happy summer day 1. My farm looks just as bad as it did when we arrived in the valley. At least my barn's being built. Let's go. So I started today by demolishing the remains of my sad little garden. R.I.P. strawberries, fly high, you will be missed. Actually, so missed. I decided, you know what, new season, new me. So I used a new day of energy to clear a little bit of my farm and relocate my garden where it's actually going to stay for the remainder of this year. Shocking. Unless I have a midlife crisis and move it all over again, which may or may not happen. Once I was finished there, I took everything from my chest that looked like it could go in a museum and took it to the museum so I could donate it. And everything else that doesn't go in the museum, I will sell. Because we're on that money grind, baby. Believe it or not, stop number 2 was a coffee. For Harvey. We gotta start this season off right, baby. And finally, how broke can we go this season on crop seeds? Probably not as broke as last season. So honestly, I don't know what's worse, going from 500 to 0 or going from 4,500 to under 200. Send your thoughts and prayers. Because of how broke I was feeling, I literally fished in every possible fishing spot throughout most of the day. And to finish off, I did complete the summer foraging bundle to get myself some mixed summer seeds, which will be turned into tea saplings. So really, today was just making money. Waking up, however, I was prompted with something interesting from Mayor Lewis. Anyways, we'll revisit that later. But our barn is finished and Marnie is open, so we can buy some cows, which means we can have a cow farm.
Randall, there is a cow outside.
There's a cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside.
For my first cow, the brown cow, I was really trying to figure out how I could make brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso fit as a name. Of course, it didn't fit, so this is what we ended up with. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. And our white cow I accidentally placed without naming it, and I was angry, not realizing for the longest time I could rename it. So welcome home, Fertley. The rest of my day I just spent going up and down floors of the mine, just trying to get some more stone to continue putting builds on my farm. For storages, upgrading my barns and chicken sheds, and things of that sort. I had no stone at this point. So, yeah. The next day, however, was a busy one because I completed a couple bundles. First, in the boiler room, I completed the geologist bundle with all of my earth shards and crystals. And also the adventurers bundle, completing the entire boiler room, getting us minecarts repaired tonight. I also got some omni geodes and a magnet ring as a reward. And look at the cute little Junimo babies as we completed this entire room and we finally have fast travel through the minecarts. I did, of course, take those Omni Geodes straight to Clint, and that gave me 3 things to donate to the museum. Of course, overnight, I had the cutest little cutscene of the Junimos fixing up the minecarts. While it was raining, however, I decided to expand my crop farm so I didn't have to worry about watering the garden myself because it's getting big. Then I went inside the mines and did some mining for stone and a couple ores, copper and iron specifically. I made my way onto a treasure floor and went all the way down to floor 85 before deciding to leave. So now I have finally decided to do myself a favor and get some sprinklers in this garden. Not fully, just what I can do. Then I spent my entire day fishing. I won't show you, I just wouldn't have anything else for this day if I didn't tell you I spent it all fishing. I didn't miss Jazz's birthday on the 4th. I didn't record it. Anyways, today was Sweet Gus's birthday, and then I fished the rest of this rainy day away. I decided to go mining just for a bit to catch up on some resources, and made my way out once I got to floor 93. Today, however, was a good day because we were fishing. Just kidding. I went to Marnie's to buy some hay for my poor starving animals, and then I went over and bought my silo. I think I put the perfect placement right next to my house. I've never done this before, and I actually really liked it. It looks super cute later, and I'm so glad we finally got Robin to build this for us. Then I finally gifted our girl Maru a strawberry, and then I thought it would be a fun night to gift Harvey and everyone else at the saloon some beer and coffee. Then today was finally the summer luau. I went ahead and chatted up with as many people as I could. I never buy anything from this festival because it's just not my favorite. Now let's talk. All I had for the potluck was a golden egg. So the soup wasn't everybody's favorite, and the governor isn't my biggest fan, but that's okay. You know, I did my best. I presented all that I could. So today was a Friday, another traveling cart day, which I never normally show you because she never shows up and shows off. But today, I thought I would show you because, yeah. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my, there's no way. There's no way. Well, summer 12 was really the day because Traveling Cart Girl showed up. I went ahead and went over to Clint's to pick up my steel axe that was finally ready. Then I went to Pierre's to grab some seeds just for the spots in my garden that need to be replanted. This rainy Saturday was Alex's birthday, so I gave him a gift and spent the rest of the day fishing, believe it or not. Today was a good day, however, because I finally had a big enough harvest in my garden to be able to do the summer crops bundle. And straight after that, I went to Pierre's to restock on my seeds once again. Summer 15 was the big bulldozer day, if you will. I went through and started clearing a lot of my farm away just to start making space for any future plans. P.S. I actually don't use this space for anything, but maybe in the future. So today, however, was that scary green rain day, but I actually soaked up every second of my day to get as much moss as I can because it's kind of resourceful. And I also got as much fiber as I could because extra fiber and moss spawns today, obviously. And I think I barely talked to the villagers before going back out and exploring and finding as much as I can and taking up all of the day to get as much moss and fiber. This is what I did all day. So anyways, another day of spending all of my energy and day clearing out more of my farm, of all of the trees, fiber, sticks, and stones. Then I went to give Demetrius a strawberry for his birthday, of course, and then I went back once I finally had enough wood to upgrade my barn because I am determined to get pigs because I have truffle trauma from last year. So here we go. Summer 20 is, of course, the yearly trout derby, and there is nothing I hate more than this freaking event because you can catch 5 million rainbow trout, and I promise you're only getting like 2 tickets, but I'm determined for everything to always get every possible thing. So, and you know, I think purposefully they give you the tent as one of your first rewards, so you can just sleep here overnight and get straight to fishing the next day. But actually, what I did is quite comical because I actually don't know anything about the tents, and yeah, so that was really funny. And of course, I couldn't make it home in time, so I just fell asleep right outside of my tent because, you know, that makes sense. Even after that embarrassment, of course, we came back the next day to do some more fishing for the rainbow trout, and then all of a sudden, I just left. I guess I wasn't getting enough golden tags, and I was sick of it, so I skedaddled. Day 50, everybody. We are officially halfway through the 100 days. I thought I would take you to just kind of give you a little update on where my farm is at. I currently only have 2 chickens, but that's because I'm focusing on updating my barn first, simply so I can get my pigs quicker. So I do still only have 2 cows, and I haven't unlocked auto feed for either of these places, so it's rough out here for me. There really wasn't much to harvest today, but as you can see, the garden is looking pretty good. We almost have sprinklers through... Wait, we do have sprinklers. We have sprinklers through everything. I never see this part of my daily routine because I always get rid of it for you guys, but we have sprinklers through every part of it. I do at some point extend this by 1 more row lower, and then that will be our completed farm for this playthrough. The early parts of day 50 was just me clearing more of my farm, mostly because I did need a lot of resources to upgrade my barn and my coop. And at this point, I just want to say we are not playing to just 100 days. We're actually playing through the full year, which I didn't do last year, and I thought I would challenge myself this year to actually continue through all of winter. I think I was really demotivated last year because I didn't get the dang truffles, so I know I wouldn't even be able to complete the community center, but I'm feeling very good this year, and we are going through the entire year of Stardew Valley. The rest of my morning and afternoon I spent on my farm working on getting wood, and as you've been noticing, I've been focusing on these higher levels in the mine simply because my main goal right now is just stone, because I'm working on getting a ton of stone and a ton of wood for upgrading my coop and barn. So that is how I spent my day 50. Alright, so here we are with our day 50 check-in. Okay, I think community center wise, I am doing so much better this playthrough. I have made way more progress in my community center than I did last year. My farm is also looking way better. I hadn't upgraded my barn or coop at all. I had much more mayo processing, cheese presses, jam makers. I had a lot more of those last year. But my garden was tiny. I had like 5 different types of crops, and that was it. As far as relationships and friendships, 0. Money-wise, we are looking about the same. I have about $6,000 more this time than I did last time, which is amazing. But here's the kicker. I was opening mystery boxes last year, and I got a prismatic shard. Now, I'm not going to spoil the rest of the playthrough, but up until these 50 days, we have yet to get a prismatic shard for anything. And later in this playthrough, I am grinding to try to get a prismatic shard because I want the sword. I want the galaxy sword. And I just got one from a mystery box last year. So in that sense, I think I'm doing really, really well. Anyways, that is my day 50 update. Thank you guys for making it this far and enjoy the rest of the video. Today I went mining and wasn't down there for long. Decided to leave on floor 95 once my health and energy was quite low. I did, however, acquire all of the resources I need to finally get the deluxe barn so I can get pigs. Because we have to wait 3 days for Marnie to finish the barn, I decided to spend my time collecting resources, mining, fishing, of course, and doing things to fill my time because I really, really want pigs. And then we finally got to floor 100, getting ourselves our first star drop. Of course, Friday morning, I'm waiting as long as I can for Marnie to open her shop so I can get my piggy pig. Yes, so I got my first pig, and of course, sticking to the coffee names, we named it Pink Drink. It just made sense. I also decided to get myself a goat at the same time and name it Cold Foam. And believe it or not, I had to give myself some time to do my favorite thing, which is go fishing. Today is the last day of summer, so because the Moonlight Jelly Festival is tonight, I decided to spend all of my time clearing my farm to get as ready for fall as I can. And then once the evening came, we watched the cute baby jellies swim and kissed farewell to our summer and welcome to fall. You know, I have to be honest, I feel like fall is the most humbling because everything you've worked for is dead at your doorstep, and also everything is so ugly. Nevertheless, we cleared my garden and prepared for the fall crops. Pumpkin season! Now comes everybody's favorite time of the season. How much money can I possibly spend at Pierre's? So currently we're sitting just around 9 grand, and I'm about to blow my wallet, and let's see how much money we end up with. Well, I fear it gets worse every season because we went from 9 grand to $16. But I am declaring that the turnaround of all of these crops will have a great harvest and we're going to get rich this season. Fall is my time. I went ahead and watered all of my crop spaces just so everything could grow evenly, and then planted everything. I did, however, spend the rest of my day fishing only because you do need some fall fish for the bundles, so I wanted to try to get those. Believe it or not, the next day I went and bought more seeds. Why not? It's me. Today was a rainy day, so I went to the community center and finally finished that quality crops bundle, getting myself a preserve jar, which we will be using. I also decided today would be a good day to move things around on my farm to try to get a layout that I like most. So I moved my house, and I will be moving my barn and my coop as well. And of course went fishing for those rainy fall fish that I needed. I'm not sure if I've shown you, but this is my super cute little fruit bat cave. And I also went to Clint's to pick up my steel pickaxe. Also, today I finished not only the river fish bundle, but also the night fishing bundle. So that is 2 more bundles done in the fish tank, making us only have 1 more to do. And because I had updated my pickaxe and axe, I could go into Trash Alley and get the trash book, hoping that I can actually get some good things when I open up trash cans and not just trash. I spent this rainy day looking for forageables as well as mining up any piece of stone I could find because I'm always lacking. I went to the community center and finally finished my fall forage bundles, getting me a scarecrow. And then I went and gave Pam her pale ale and I went to bed because I missed Elliot's birthday. He locked me out of his house and I was angry. Now, the only possible way I could see myself cheering up is if I spent the entire following day fishing. So that was exactly what I did. I just went fishing all day. Today, however, I decided to take all of my hard-earned fishing money and buy myself a duck and a sheep, which I named Flat White. I thought that was really clever. You're welcome. It's a great name idea. I, of course, went to retrieve Linus's basket and collected some berries myself. I have to be honest, today there were literally no notes on what the heck I did. I'm pretty sure I attempted to start decorating my farm because I kind of wanted it to be finished before winter, but nothing happened. Today, however, was another rainy day spent fishing. You're welcome. Okay, anyways, yeah. At this point, I'm really trying to set my farm up for success and have it looking really nice for winter just right around the corner. However, I'm still in an extreme stone shortage. Oh, Jesus, try to say that 5 times fast. So I went to the quarry to try to get myself some more stone. Today, however, I finished the pantry, unlocking me the greenhouse, and made my first contribution to the vault. The traveling cart lady, on the other hand, had something a lot different in the cards for me today. No way. No way. Oh my gosh. No, I'm buying that. I'm buying. Oh, that finishes it. Oh my gosh. I mean, I hate the boulder, but let's go. So yes, while I'm not the biggest fan of panning, I of course completed my fish tank bundle, unlocking the glittering boulder. Yippee! And of course, overnight, the little Junimo babies came to repair my greenhouse. While taking care of my animals this morning, I realized there's a truffle in this chest, which reminded me, I forgot to tell you, I got my truffle and we donated it to the community center, something I was not able to do last year, so I was very proud of this accomplishment. Thank you, little pink drink. Then I went to Pierre's to give him an arm and a leg for one very important sapling, the apple sapling. And now it was time for the Stardew Valley Fair. You may notice I'm missing something very important. If not, we'll revisit later. If you know me, I of course spent my entire time here fishing just to get enough stars to buy everything I wanted. And all that I wanted? Well, just my favorite ever rare crow, so that's what I got. Now, waking up this morning, I thought I had this whole thing in the bag because this is probably the easiest event to completely ace. And I guess I woke up forgetting how to count and I was 1 item short, placing me not first. Now, instead of being sad and fishing all day, I decided to prepare my farm for an extension of the garden, putting sprinklers 1 more row down and extending my cute little wooden walkway to make my farm bigger. I know we're going into winter, blah, 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 but it's here for, looks. Now, today was finally the day I did it. I went and got Mary Lewis's stinky little shorts. And because I'm a civilized person, I gave them back. Usually I put them in my fish tank, but what are you going to do about it? Today, I was able to complete the chef's bundle because Gus was selling a maki roll. He never leaves me hanging. I love that man. Today, however, I was still on the stone quest and just spent the entire day in the mines getting as much stone as I can. This morning, however, we had a lizard hatch. Anyways, I named our cute new baby Little Matcha because I just thought that was perfectly fitting for a green little guy. Matcha. Besides that though, nothing else really happened. I stuck to my farm, did some harvesting, tried to move around a couple things just to get the total vibe I wanted, and waited long time for some truffle oil to sell for the end of the day. This morning I woke up to a brand new house that Robin finally finished, and yes, that is why the stone quest was so important and dire. We have a brand new house. It's huge, it's amazing, and now I have a kitchen. Now, would you believe me if I spent the rest of the day fishing? I mean, probably, because if you've made it this far into the video, I'm sure you can see why that comment was so true. I love fishing. So today, however, was my first Skull Caverns trip. I don't know if it was a good luck or bad luck day, and I know usually that's very important. I was just kind of in the mood of, let's just send it, see what happens. It's my first trip. I don't have very many bombs. I suck at Skull Caverns, so let's just go. This was not a speed runny task. I didn't really have many bombs to use, so I kind of just played it as if we were in the normal mines. Some might find this insane, and to you, I say, I really don't know how Skull Cavern works. I will show up with 200 plus bombs and get nowhere on the best of luck day. So tips and tricks down below, please, because I wish this went better for me than it did. So as embarrassing as it is to tell you, I made it to floor 27 before heading on home for the night. Today, however, my duck finally gave me a feather, being able to complete the dye bundle. I also went to Clint's to open up some of the Omni Geodes I got from our Skull Cavern trip, and let's just say I really didn't get much, okay? Not much came out of this. But hey, I was able to donate 2 whole things to the museum. Also, here's a museum update. And no, I never find that 4th dwarf scroll, so. Then I spent the rest of the day making a cute little area for my animals, which ends up not being big enough. Don't worry, we fix this later. This morning, I woke up to a very nice surprise in my mailbox, though. Let's go! And it was at this exact moment when all of my animals were huddled in a corner that I realized this pen is way too small and this is gonna have to change. At this point, I don't really show you birthdays unless I'm forgetting a birthday, but I thought George's birthday was the most important ever, so I am taking the time and putting this in here. I did, of course, go give him a gift. And here I am that same day, extending the animal pen, of course. Today, however, I headed back down to Marnie's to get some more animals for my barns. Why? I don't know, but we did, because why the heck not at this point? So we have a goat named Honey Milk because Honey Latte was unavailable, and we have a sheep named London Fog. Welcome to the family, guys. And just keeping with the theme, I went back the next day to get another animal, another piggy, because the truffle machines are the money makers. I then went and got some hardwood, which actually leveled me up in foraging. Great day to be me. Let's go. Now, what you're seeing here, the cutting down trees, that is, yeah, that was all I did today. That's all I did today. Yeah, okay. And then next. That is, of course, until I headed to the Spirits Eve festival, because who could forget Halloween? Not me. I, of course, went and bought my super witchy rare crow, because I'm determined here, people. I then completed the maze for the golden pumpkin, which I will be selling. There's no 2 ways around it. It is in this moment I realized I can't count. I wasted money. These won't grow. It's the last day of fall. Who was screaming at me? Right, so if you were screaming at me that I don't know how to count because my crops won't grow, a mistake I also made last year, try screaming a little bit louder because clearly I didn't get the hint. Anyways, wrapping up fall, I of course had to give Harvey a coffee because don't worry, I have not been forgetting. He is busy and I do try to interrupt him, but I did of course give him a coffee. My final day of fall really wasn't too much happening. I just kind of ran some errands, did a couple tasks, and gave things to the museum, yada yada yada. No more crops to take care of. Oh my gosh. Yes, let's go. Wow. It's kind of like ugly now, but I think I'm just gonna put these with the animals now, and it'll be what it'll be. And of course, new season means new fish, so I spent all of winter 1 fishing. What else would I be doing? Now, I would be lying to you if I didn't say winter is definitely where I kind of start to, hit a wall. I just start losing motivation to do much. Yes, it's nice, there's no crops, but I'm like, the daily routine of taking care of my animals, running around endlessly for no reason, it starts to get a little old. But anyways, we're upgrading my axe today to a golden axe because why not? Today, however, was a good day because it consisted of buying a horse and doing absolutely nothing else for the rest of the day. And sometimes we all deserve a little rest day. I will just let you do the rest when it comes to winter 4, when you just imagine what I did, okay? Winter 5 was very important because today was the day we named the horse. And I really couldn't remember what else I named my animals at this point, so I was trying to think of something that I was positive I haven't named anything, so we ended up with oat milk. Kind of, mid, but that'll do. I then took oat milk to the quarry where I hand mined out every single thing in here. Yep, I was here for a little bit of time. Day 90, people. We are getting there. I decided it was going to be another school caverns day. I have been waiting for good luck and we finally had it today. I did get a couple little rabbit holes or whatever they're called. Thank goodness. I did get a treasure floor, however, but seriously, you guys, I think my school cavern luck is just so bad. Like so bad. And I have to be honest, at this point, I am on my knees begging for a prismatic shard so I can actually have a good sword because I'm getting absolutely wrecked out here. Minus Pierre being on my doorstep and giving me the biggest jump scare of my life, there was some good news in this day. Rabbit's foot. Oh my. Finally. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yay, we can go to the sewers. Yippee. So, yes, we can go to the sewers, but I don't go there, not once. I don't go there once. We did, however, have the Festival of Ice, where I, of course, went and got my final rare crow for my collection because I'm not getting the one from the casino. Okay, I need to lock in for this. I always suck at this one. I don't know why. I hate this competition. Squidfest is way better. I hate this one. I'm so bad at it. Ah. No. I feel like I'm kind of cooking. I don't know how many you need to win because I've never won. Oh my gosh. Please. Okay. Okay. It's gotta be me. It's gotta be me. There's no chance it's not. Let's go! Yes! What do I get? Oh my god! How cute! I have never won this. I love it. Oh, thank you all for coming. Yay! Today, however, I literally spent all day outside of Sebastian's room waiting for him to come out to give him his birthday gift because I was not going to miss a birthday. Oh my gosh, his birthday's tomorrow. I'm a day early. Yeah, okay, bye. Oh my god. And today was Sebi's actual birthday and I gave him sashimi. You're welcome, buddy. And day 95 was just spent mining my life away because it was a terrible bad luck day, so I didn't even want to try school caverns again, but we just decided to go to the normal caves. Then I brought my seafood boil, seafood fish stew stuff, whatever the heck it's called, and it was Squid Fest Day, baby! And I'm determined to get max squid every single day, so I was here all day until I got all 8 squid and could get every single prize on the docket. And of course, Winter 13 was the exact same thing. How many squids can I get? How late will I be out? All to get every single thing that I could get from Squidfest. And let me just say, Squidfest is literally the best fishing festival ever. Trout Derby, the fishing thing, but Squidfest, I love it. I love it so much. Pretty much all I did today was gift Harvey a coffee because I am waiting for a good luck day so I can try my hand yet again at School Cavern. Day 99, I literally spent clearing this huge grass patch at the bottom of my farm so I could feed my animals, 1, and 2, just have room for any expansions I plan to do in this part of my farm. After finishing that, I decided I should go get a well. It looked cute on my farm, and why not at this point? So I went ahead and went to Robin's and added a well into my little farm animal area. After that, I had the cutest hot air balloon cutscene with Harvey. I'm absolutely obsessed. Of course, I ended the night off by getting a free coffee from the night market that I will be giving to Harvey, and then went fishing until it was time to sleep. Happy day 100, everybody. I spent today kind of running around my farm, figuring out what the heck I want to do with it before we end our time here. And then I decided I would take the time to do some pathing around my farm just to make it a little more organized and set up how I really want to see it. Then I spent the rest of my evening doing some fishing at the night market. And here we are, completing day 100. I cannot believe it. So day 100 is where I ended my save last year, and I did not complete the community center. My farm was very beautifully decorated, but my little crop field and garden was teeny tiny. I think I had about 2 cows and 2 chickens to my name. I finally bought my pig in winter, and that was it. Those are the only animals I had. No relationships, barely any friendships, not a ton of money, but I was feeling pretty good for my first ever playthrough. But definitely, overall, this is the better playthrough. Anyways, we're at day 100. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Now let's wrap up this year. Day 101 was a great day for us here on the farm. It's finally time. It is finally time. Freaking Marnie, let's go. Oh my goodness. I got a heater. Oh god. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Farewell, my cuties. Yes! Let's go. Yes, you heard, you saw correctly. We completed the community center. Probably my biggest goal this year because it wasn't accomplished last year. And we did it! Although after completing the community center, I don't know if I was on a huge high or what, but I literally stood here on my farm the rest of the day. I did go order a shed from Robin, but that's it, guys. Of course, I had to go see the community center in all of its glory, finally being used by all of the town folks, and believe it or not, we gave Morris the easy way out and didn't punch him in the face. I don't think I've ever done this before, and I actually quite liked the dialogue that came along with this. So I kind of did a bad and slept day 19 through 22 because I was waiting for a good luck day to be able to go to School Caverns. Then it was finally a good luck day, so I was able to make it to the School Caverns, but let me just tell you, I had an insane power outage as I had hours upon hours of recorded content, so my head was not in the game during this run, and I was just not there. So of course, I ended up dying, but precious Harvey was there to save me. To help myself recover, I decided to stay home and do a bit more decorating on my farm, knowing that the end is near and I want to make sure I have everything looking as good as possible. Today was Feast of the Winter Star, and I gave Evelyn a radish because she was my little secret Santa. Oh my gosh, my favorite. What is it? Please don't be beer. Oh, George. I'm gonna sell it. So it's Clint's birthday today and I'm not giving him a gift. No thank you. So yeah, instead of doing the good neighbor thing of giving Clint a gift, I decided to spend one of my 3 last days here on the farm doing my favorite thing, fishing. Today it only felt right to ride oat milk into town and give our lovely boy Harvey a cup of coffee. This is my final chance at trying to get him to be my boyfriend. After that, however, I decided to use the last little bits of my day to do some more decorating around the farm. And, well, here we are. Winter 28, the final day of winter. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm quite happy with everything that we've gotten done this far. I thought since it's our last day, I should bring you with me to see our animals for the final time. So here's all my bunnies, chickens, ducks, and, the dinosaurs. What's interesting is we really didn't get any special events except the witch. No crop fairy, no asteroids, just the witch. And of course we have the moneymakers, the cows, the goats, the pigs, the sheep, the loves of my life. Essentially, these guys really pulled through with my total, dollars I made this save. Nevertheless, here it is, one final time, my completed farm. Honestly, this one looks quite different than my farm last year, and I'm really happy with that. Unfortunately, though, to be totally upfront, because of electrical issues in my apartment, you totally didn't see the part where I gave Harvey a bouquet. And that's fine, but we do have a boyfriend, and I am very proud of us for that. There it is. He's our boyfriend! Well, not to get emotional, but this is it. I'm going to bed one final time this year, this save, and I decided I'm taking my time. We're walking, we're enjoying, we're looking at that cute little butterfly, and this is our home. And we did it. We made it to the very end of our 100 days. First off, if you made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate it. Maybe comment a little pink heart so I know it's our little secret if you made it to this far of the video. Let's talk goals, baby. I completed my community center, something I didn't do last year, so I feel very good about doing this year. I think my farm is pretty cute. It looks completely different than last year's farm, and I am so happy about that. I have 5 hearts with 5 people. I actually have way more hearts with way more people, and I'm really glad about that. I was so on top of birthdays this year. I feel so accomplished. I have 2 of literally every animal except the blue chickens. That wasn't really in my goal originally, but now that I'm here, I'm like, I definitely could have gotten blue chickens. So I guess I leave that up to you. And visible progress? Well, I would say I made visible progress. I didn't make it to Ginger Island, but we unlocked everything else, and I'm pretty proud of that as well. And honestly, that's it. All 100 days are over. We completed the goals pretty much, I'd like to say. And truly, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to give a huge thank you to every single one of you. And if you've been here since this time last year or any time in between, I just want to give another really special thank you for making this year one of the best ones of my life. You personally gave me so many opportunities, and I don't take it for granted. I truly am so thankful. From the very bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being here today. I do, as always, hope you really did enjoy today's video, and I will see you all next time. Bye, you guys.